The trial of Chinese businesswoman Yujing Zhang was as bizarre as the case against her. During the proceedings, she refused to hire a defense attorney, told a judge more than once she thought her trial had been canceled, and even delayed the trial when she claimed she didn't have the right underwear. Each time, the judge angrily rebuffed her, saying she knew full well what was going on.
I think she's trying to play herself a little more batty than she really is.
Zhang's case began on a Saturday afternoon in March, prosecutors say, when she gave different excuses at 3 security checkpoints for why she was at Mar-a-Lago, including once saying she was there to use the pool, even though she was wearing an evening gown. But it's what she had with her when she was stopped by the Secret Service that had national security experts concerned.
She carried into Mar-a-Lago, or was able to carry into Mar-a-Lago, a modern-day burglar's toolkit.
Among the high-tech devices Zhang had with her, a thumb drive, a laptop, an external hard drive, and 4 cell phones. When they searched her hotel room, investigators found even more. Another cell phone, 5 SIM cards that change a phone's number, 9 USB drives, thousands of dollars in cash, and a signal detector, a device for detecting hidden cameras. The one question that wasn't answered at the trial is if Yujing Zhang was a spy for the Chinese. She wasn't charged with espionage, but a person familiar with the situation told CNN her case has been connected to a larger federal probe of potential Chinese spying efforts. Former FBI counterintelligence agent Eric O'Neill says it's possible she wasn't a spy, or that she could have been an informal operative, someone who was not highly trained, but who Chinese officials loosely sent in to test security.
To see how easy it is to get into Mar-a-Lago. And if she does get in there, she could have a basic knowledge of intelligence gathering to just extract some intelligence, such as what kind of people are in Mar-a-Lago. How do you get toward where Trump might be?
CNN has reached out to Chinese authorities multiple times, but so far they have not responded to the suggestions that Yujing Zhang might have been spying for them. Friends and family of hers have described her to the Miami Herald as a mere opportunist who sought access to the president and to the property.
Chinese tech giant Tencent is in talks with Vivendi to buy a 10% stake in Universal Music Group. It's the label behind chart-topping acts like Lady Gaga, Drake, and Taylor Swift. Vivendi shares closed higher in Paris. Let's bring in Paul LaMonica for us. So Tencent actually owns a stake, Paul, in Spotify. It's now getting a stake in Universal. What does it mean for Tencent's ability to compete with, say, Apple Music and other streaming services too?
Yeah, it's a great question, Zane. I think that this deal, if it does in fact go through, will make Tencent a much bigger player in the global music business. Because as you point out, Tencent already has this stake in Spotify, and Spotify has a reciprocal stake in the Tencent music business that's also publicly traded. So, that if this deal gets done, I think you add those great artists that you've already mentioned. You also have the rights to the Beatles and U2 and other artists as well, Ariana Grande. So there's a lot of firepower with these big hit makers that Tencent will now have on a streaming service. And it's interesting because China, streaming is not as big from a, paying for a monthly service as it is in other parts of the world. Whether or not doing this deal, you might get the Chinese consumer to, subscribe more to a monthly plan.